Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the South Rink at the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. It is time once again for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here on the LI Sports Network. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside the cameraman for us tonight here on the South Rink, Wally Mitchell. First of 3 games, 6 total. And it is a developmental hockey matchup between Northport Huntington Gold and Kings Park Commack Gold. And it should be a good one. Both these teams, 2 wins under their belt. The Knights have played more games. They played 3 games already. They're 2-1-0. Tigers 2-0-0, sitting in 3rd place and 2nd respectively. The Tigers, of course, not having a loss, sitting right above the Knights. Last time out for the Knights on October 1st, a 6-1 win. They look good against Longwood Green. Leading the way for them was Owen Neidert with 2 goals and 2 assists in that victory. They'll look for him to come up big again to try and lead them to a victory. Meanwhile, the Tigers, last time out on the 4th, 7-1 win over East Islip Black, who was a very solid team last season, but the Tigers took care of business. Leading the way for them in that one was Giovanni DeMarco. He had 3 goals and 1 assist. Also, Nicholas Schlendorf had 2 goals and 2 assists. And only giving up 1 goal in that game was Max Higbee. It was Jack Antico, of course, getting the start on the other side the last time out for the Knights. Looks like it'll likely be him again. But we'll see right after the national anthem. We'll step aside for a quick break. Be back with the starting goalies and puck drop here for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. And welcome back here on LI Sports Network. Just about set for puck drop between Northport Huntington and Kings Park Commack. First a look at the starting goaltenders for KPC. Number 31, Jack Antico, gets the nod tonight. 2.67 goals against average, 2-1-0-0 on the season. He started every game so far. That would equate to 3. And he will get his 4th start of the year tonight. On the other side, number 35, Max Higbee gets the start. 2 starts this year, 4.19 goals against. His record is 1-0-0-0 on the year. 2-1-0 Knights, 2-0-0 Tigers, set for puck drop. It's down and we're underway, and the Tigers control the opening faceoff in the navy blue jerseys going from right to left. Knights, of course, in the home whites, trimmed in maroon and gold. Tigers bring it into the attacking end, taken away, and here's Forcina with some room to skate. Outlets to Alexander Pelk, and now Weiss tried to touch it along. It was taken away from him. Starting out is DeMarco. We mentioned last time out against Eastside of Black. He had 3 goals and 1 assist, number 91 in blue. Definitely a player to keep an eye on. Potential chance here for KPC moving into the attacking zone. That pass, though, off the skate of Pelk and back out to center. Getting to it is Schinkel. He'll fire it back in. Carter Ames goes D to D. And the Tigers are out, and now they're in. Here's DeMarco. Catches up to it, drops it off Maloney towards the goal. It was muffled on the way to the net. Back to the point. Here's Ames, fanned on the slap shot. And the Knights are back out. Skating with it, Forcina. Nicholas Forcina already with 3 goals and 2 assists on the season. Back to the point it comes, held in, shot deflected towards the net by Pelk, where it's covered by Higbee. .13:35 left here, early in period number 1. First of 3 games here on the South Ring. 2 junior varsity matchups to follow this one. As the defensive zone draw is won here by the Tigers. Pass comes around hard to the near side. Moving it is Graham Tumulty. And had some help getting that one down the ice. DeMundo waiting on it. Stepping up, though, is Daniel Sessa. And now Zarnecki goes cross ice off the outside of the net. Pass returned to him. Banked off the boards to the blue line. Taken back here by Michael Greisch. And catch with Zarnecki, who will start the offense ahead to DeMundo. It's taken off his stick, though, and Tumulty looks to go across ice with it. Pass received by Luke Herman. Herman knocked off his stick by Pulis, and the Knights start back ahead. 2-on-2. Shrunk back check, though, however, by Northport. Huntington. Tumulty took the puck away for a moment. Follow-up try hit him and just trickles back out to center. Back in over the attacking line. Another takeaway. Here's Luke Herman. Banks it off the boards and out. Mason Zarnecki back on it. He did have a goal last time out against Longwood Green. Comes all the way down the ice. 3 minutes gone here in the scoreless first period so far. Greisch banks it. Looks like that caught the helmet of his teammate Tumulty, who stays with it. Now Zarnecki brings it back in. Dumped down the ice by Northport. Huntington getting after it. Pulis sidesteps one forechecker. That was McBrearty. And Pulis in. The defenseman over the line. Tried to stick handle his way through. Lost the puck. Stays with his teammate. However, overplayed that time by Mason Broxmeyer. And back out comes Northport. Huntington brought into the attacking zone by Connor Kristen. Taken off his stick by Zarnecki. Sidesteps around one. Zarnecki moving in. Left the puck behind and took a spill. Would have been a good look there if he could have gotten the shot away. KPC keeps the pressure on, though. They move the puck deep, getting after it. Matarese off the boards. Not sure if anyone touched that. It doesn't appear so, and this will be an icing. Face-off will come back down towards Max Higbee. Just had 1 goal allowed in his last start and has been solid all season for the Tigers so far. They've only allowed a total of 5 through 2 games. They won 8-4 against Longwood back on September 15th to kick off the season. And then, of course, that 7-1 win against East Islip Black. They win another face-off here and start ahead with it. DeMarco takes that shot, goes wide. Going after it, Schlendorf. He overskated. It's held in, though, once again by DeMarco. Moving down the slot, passes it down low. Swept back towards him, just out of his reach. To the point. Chipped out by Broxmeyer. Matheris gets to it and hammers it down the ice. No icing this time. First one on it, Hayden Lee. Lee goes back for Neidert. Neidert gave the puck away behind the net, but Forcina able to take it back and clear it. Looks like Goldberg took a spill there as Northport Huntington tries to clear it back out. Held in though, and here is Owen Schoof. Schoof can't find the puck. Helped out that time by DeMarco. Back to the point. Lee waiting for it. Throws it back around. Matheris gets to it. Chips it around 1. Stays with it. And has a path back out to center. Liam Matheris on to James Maloney. Gets by him, and Lee first one on it around for Neidert. He's double teamed though and taken to the boards by DeMarco. Put back down Maloney with a hit. Takes the puck away. Goes out to the point. Bouncing puck settled by Schoof. Goes D to D. Shot blocked. And Pelk has some room here. Tries to send Pulis on the breakaway. Great defensive stick by Schoof. Otherwise, Pulis was off to the races. He has it this time and fires it high. Really one of the first shot attempts so far of the game. That'll be blown dead on a high stick. Faceoff will come back inside the Northport Huntington end. As we do have a new Tiger from the locker room. That is number 5, none other than Liam Coggins. Joining the fray for Northport Huntington here as we're rapidly approaching halfway through the first period. Only a couple real shot attempts so far. Nothing on goal just yet. That first one could be ever so important. Zarnecki towards the net, deflected a couple times. Weiss gets on it, tries to center. Taken away by the Tigers, forced back out of the neutral zone. Getting back on it here is Ames. Jamming it, Graham Tumulty. Now in on the forecheck. Here's Zarnecki skating it out. Defenseman, but very active offensively. Takes it down the boards, gets around Ames. Schinkel steps up to hold it in. Weiss as well. Now Pulis. Just slid off his stick, but he stays with it. Curls back towards the front. Bouncing puck. Zarnecki back on goal. Scooped up by Higbee. First real test of the night and a good glove save for Max Higbee. As another Tiger joins the fray, and that is number 1, goaltender Evan Coggins. Tigers now have a backup here tonight. Number 1 in blue. Coggins has started 2 as well, or played into at least, .98 save percentage. So the goaltending has been stellar so far for Northport Huntington. On the other side, it's really just been Antico so far, and he's been just as good. Here's Neidert. Gets through a couple of forecheckers. Now skates it in. Neidert drags to the backhand, trying to get through one more time. It slides in on net, where it's covered again. There's 7:23 left here in the first. Faceoff will be to the left of Higbee. And they win it back to Neidert. Owen Neidert puts it in deep. So a 2-on-2 battle behind the goal, and getting to it, steering it along is Gresh, and potential numbers here for the Tigers if they want to push it. It turns into a 3-on-3 over the line. And great effort in the corner here, chipped towards the front, but it hit one of the Knights. And Neidert starts back out. Cuts back, has Rocco ahead. Rocco's got to stay onside. He took a hit from behind, but was able to do so. As Neidert's shot was sticked away. Liam Coggins lost his stick. First shift of the night for him. Lee shot towards the goal. Picked off. And here comes Coggins. 3-on-2. Gresh tried to backhand it back to him. Didn't make it there. Up the boards it comes and out. Gresh back on it. Takes a hit from Pulis. And Broxmeyer delivers a check on DeMarco, and Pulis moves in. Pulis going to catch up to it. Good stick by Higbee. Tries to center. Intercepted. And worked back out to center by DeMarco. Forced to turn back. Broxmeyer gives him a shove, but he stays with the puck. Moves it to Maloney. And that play just offside on the far side. Unable to maintain his footing, Owen Schoof. .552 left here, first period of play. Face-off win again for the Tigers. They've won the majority so far. Dump it in. It gets by Schinkel. He's the first one on it. All the way around. Past three different players there and back out. And Ames will have to hurry. Schoof moves it to Sessa. Daniel Sessa on to Maloney for DeMarco. DeMarco, Schinkel trying to catch him. DeMarco to his backhand. Drops it off for a shot and a save by Antico on Schlendorf. Maloney couldn't handle that hot pass. Steers it out to the point on the wrong side of Sessa and back out. Higbee will leave it for a teammate, but it turns into a foot race, and Pulis with a big hit and a penalty upcoming here against Kings Park Commack. Meanwhile, numbers for the Tigers. Pulis with the hit on Schoof. DeMarco sidesteps the checker, and now we get the touch on the whistle. So Pulis off for roughing and elbowing. There's two players in the box, one for each side. So looks like we might skate 4-on-4 here. And indeed we will. Or will we? Right now, KPC, despite being a defensive zone faceoff, has 4 players out there. I think the refs want a 5th for Northport Huntington. So we will stay 5 aside after all. Faceoff here deep in the KPC end. Shot from the point, deflected, down low. Trying to force one back to Multi, could not. Battling for it, Amelia Moscati. Shot goes wide. And now Matarese at the point. Holds, shoots, blocked. Here's Pelk. Tried to pass it. It didn't get out, and it's held in by Herman. Towards the front, looking for Moscati. Kicks back out to the point. Matarese fires. Save! And right as Moscati went to backhand it towards the goal, we got a whistle and perhaps another penalty against Northport Huntington. So elbowing was against DeMarco, roughing was against Pulis, and now looks like 2 more players, one on each side, joining the fray. It's Moscati for Northport Huntington. Couldn't quite get the name or number for KPC. We'll get in just a moment here. Looks like we'll still stay 5-a-side, though. And that is indeed Henry Schinkel for slashing. And roughing against Amelia Moscati. Now the officials said there's an issue with the ice right along the near side half wall that they're taking care of. 4:07 remaining in period number 1. Scoreless so far. Haven't been a whole lot of chances for either side just yet, but the goalies have made the stops when called upon. So after those 2 penalties, again, we stay 5-a-side, face off in the Kings Park Commack end. They win it. Back to the point, though, stepping up to hold it in was Sessa. Lee gets to it. Forcina steers it back out. Sessa was waiting for it at the red line. Pass just past Tumulty. Neidert using his speed to get around a couple checkers. Owen Neidert will find a lane into the attacking zone. Watched by 3 defenders, and he's forced to the corner. Goes back to Pelkai. Shot, knocked down, rebound stopped as well by Higbee. His best 2 saves of the evening. Some of the best 2 chances of the game, especially for KPC. Backdoor pass. Forcina missed it. And Northport Huntington catches a break, and they'll clear the zone. Lee with a check that time on Tumulty. Has to get around Kristen, and does. Pass deflected, no icing here. It's another foot race. Rocco's going to give it a run against Matarese, who gets there first. And a nice cutback there to shake free of Rocco. Pass down the ice deflected by Ryan McBrearty. And Tico gets back on it. Pass intercepted. Tumulty towards the front. Shot on. Stopped in tight. So both goalies with 2 crucial saves down low. KPC clears the zone. This will go for an icing. Both fan bases saluting their teams after that sequence. Here's a look at the saves first. The one by Higbee, 2 by Higbee. That one and then the rebound. And then off the turnover here. The follow-up stops. That time by Antico keeps the game scoreless with 2 minutes remaining. KPC able to clear. And skating in after it is Ashton Goldberg. It ends up on goal where it's covered. Under 2 minutes to go in this developmental matchup between 2 of the top teams in the division here in the opening month. 1 loss between them, but they each have 2 wins. Kings Park Commack has played 1 more game than Northport Huntington has. 2-1 and 2-0 respectively. Schinkel will leave it for Zarnecki. Broxmeyer onto Pulis. Good little play in the neutral zone. Great defensive play, though. Stumbling down to the ice was Greesh. Poked it away as Pulis tried the deke on him. Moscati on forward to Marco. Drags, shoots, and scores! Giovanni DeMarco picking up where he left off, and it's 1-0 Tigers. Good job by DeMarco, just throws it to the goal. You can see Antico just couldn't quite get back into position there. Threw his glove at it, good effort, just could not reach it. with DeMarco, who had 4 points in a 7-1 win last time out, gets the scoring started tonight. His 4th goal in 2 games. Just before the final minute here of the period. That's a crucial goal. His 8th total on the season. What a start he's had. Zarnecki trying to answer right back. To the corner it goes. Taken away by Sessa and backhanded out to center. Half a minute left here in period number 1. A 1-0 lead for Northport Huntington. Here's Pelk. Back out it comes Schinkel on it. He fires it in with 15 left. Sessa. A little help there from a teammate as he forces it back out. Just 5 left in the period. Backhanded into the NH zone, and that'll do it for period number 1. Scoreless until the final minute and a half. Minute 10 to be exact. Giovanni DeMarco from Nicholas Schlendorf have the Tigers off to a 1-0 lead. We'll take a brief timeout and be back for period number 2 here for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on the LI Sports Network. And we are back for period number 2 here on LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell on camera. It's a 1-0 lead for Northport Huntington over Kings Park Commack to start the middle frame here on LI Sports Network. On a late goal in that period from Giovanni DeMarco, already his 8th on the season in just his first 2 games and 1 period here tonight. Very impressive start for DeMarco, as 1 assist to go along with all those goals so far this year. Back in KPC, testing Max Higbee again, and he swallows up that shot. It's been a goaltending duel thus far. There weren't a whole lot of chances for a large part of that first, and then a flurry for both sides before DeMarco cashed in. Back to the point, turnover. Here's Neider. Drag shoots, and a big block by Moscati. Here's Tumulty. Steers it to the blue line where it's backhanded out by Herman. Stuck right back in the attacking zone for KPC. Matarese will play it for Herman. Neider waiting for that to point. Moscati got in the way of that shot as well. Now, Graham Tumulty has Herman on the near side. Didn't see him. He's also being harassed that time by Neider, who might catch up to this one. He will. It's a partial breakaway denied by Higbee. Boy, not enough can be said tonight about Max Higbee so far. You see Neider even stumbles a bit, but still has enough speed to get to that puck. Big time stop by Higbee. Keeps his team in front. KPC, though, you can see they've come out here in the second pushing for that tying goal. This time Northport Huntington gets the clear. Neider taken by Maloney. Brought back in by the Tigers. A very slow developing spin move, but an effective one by Schlendorf. And a shot on by Maloney. Stopped by Antico. Well, it looked like for a moment we might have had some extracurriculars, but it looks like everyone's just having a little fun out there. KPC still getting themselves set for the faceoff as the puck drops here, but it works out in their favor. Here's Pulis. Pulis couldn't quite get it to Goldberg, and he stumbles into the boards. This is DeMarco. Schlendorf ahead of the pack. And great defensive play by Zarnecki. Separated him from the puck and cleared the zone. Carter aims his pass, gets by Sessa. And potential numbers here for the Tigers, 3-on-2. DeMarco over the line. Took a bump, dropped it off for Schlendorf. He was double teamed though, and Knight's able to clear. Unable to hold that one in was Ames. Lost his footing, and it comes all the way back down. Sessa on for Maloney. Steers it on DeMarco. 2-on-2. As a man passes it to him, throws one on goal. Not an easy right pad save. That time Antico made it, keeps his team within one. Cleared back out to center. Schlendorf, a couple opportunities on the shift. Instead, it's Pelk back in for the Knights. Centers behind his teammates, but to the point, deflected a couple times. Ends up wide, though, as Ames was able to steer it to the corner. Pass on for Schlendorf again, just out of his reach. Zarnecki will beat him to the puck. Chips it up the boards, though, and waiting for it that time was McBrearty. Down for Schlendorf, takes it to the front, backhand try, wouldn't go. He just walked in on goal. Antico came up with the stop. Graziosi wraps it around the boards. Zarnecki locks up with McBrearty, and once again taking it, Schlendorf. Around the net, centered it all the way out to the point. Stepping up to try and hold it in was Matarese, and he's doing a good job against two Knights. Eventually, though, gets by him, and Pelk played just onside, but Weiss couldn't handle the pass. Forcina had a shot blocked by his own teammate Pelk. Goes to the far side. Pelk being checked by two Tigers. Just pins it to the boards. It comes free for Weiss. Weiss, tough angle try. Goes right through the crease. Finds it again. And his pass split two defenders and goes back down the ice. Both teams completing changes as the puck comes back out for Rocco. Trying to turn it into offense here quickly. It's going to be a close play at the blue line with his team changing. And that forces it offside. Of course, that one side for each team's bench over the blue line in the second period. It's the period of the long change, and it's also the period of making sure you're not offside change. So this puck gets by Nider, catches an edge, rolls all the way down the ice. Lee will get there first. Nice move to get around Tumulty. And put it back out. Schoof fires it right back in. 10 minutes left here in the second period. Nider. Watched by Moscati. Brings it in, toe drag, and she knocked it off his stick and then fires it around to Herman, who will just touch it back out to the neutral zone. Nider gets on it. Fires a pass ahead. In time it's James DeMundo who's eventually able to get it into the attacking zone. It's fired right back out, no icing. Lee will be the first one there. Herman will try and chase him down. He moves it though to Nider. Neither weaves his way over the line, cuts back. Neither to the slot, takes a shot, fought off by the shoulder of Higbee. Went high glove. Higbee just got enough of it. SCHSHL doing battle. It's tied up here in the circle and bounces on goal where it's covered. Take a look at that last chance previously here. This will be the chance for Schlendorf. See there, and Tico just able to get back into his net and get the pad on it. Puck bouncing around to the circle. Shot fanned on by Broxmeyer. And the Tigers clear again. And it's a foot race. And getting there first was Schlendorf. What a period he's had so far. He's had a couple chances as well that have not gone. Puck back out here off the stick of Matarese. He's the first one on it, but Zarnecki hot on his tail. Matarese recognizes that at the last moment. Gets around a couple forecheckers. Left it for DeMarco on for Schlendorf. Schlendorf with Pulis falling down. Brings it in. It comes right to DeMarco. He couldn't settle it. Otherwise, he was looking at a pretty open net there. Meanwhile, the Knights clear, and here's Pulis. Pulis with Schinkel going to the goal. Pulis fights it on. Didn't get much on it. And Higbee makes the save. Couple of chances in transition for both teams. But it still remains 1-0. A face-off win for Northport Huntington, but we'll redo it. Just about halfway through this hockey game, we've only seen one goal. It's been the goaltenders' duel thus far. Pelk out, Forcina in to take the faceoff. He won it right to him. Bit too hot to handle, though. It hit off his skate. Comes to the near side. Matarese. Some room to skate. Gets around Weiss's check. Moving it was Maloney. Matarese stumbled down. Back the other way come the Knights. Forcina might have had a step there, but Pelk couldn't get the pass to him. And now it's DeMarco. Up for Schlendorf, makes a nice move, and then DeMarco took the puck. Good defensive stick by Schinkel, forces him to the outside. Floats one towards the goal, gloved and held by Antico. As that puck was up in the air, swatting at it was Schlendorf. Not sure if he got a piece. Antico snagged it, though. Tigers win another offensive zone draw. They go hard around with it. That's Coggins trying to center. Taken away by KPC, and back out they come. Forcina. And the skates of Weiss kicks it along, and then checked right back out to center by Ames. This plays offside. And we do have a goaltending change here for Northport Huntington. Out Max Higbee leaves the game, allowing nothing, and in is Evan Coggins. .98 goals against, 1-0-0 on the season. Where's number 1 for Northport Huntington? He checks in, and here's Neidert right off the faceoff. Brings it in, tries to steer it towards the slot. Giving right back to him. He'll just put it into the corner this time. Rocco the steal. Rocco tries to stuff it off the outside of the net. SCHSHL goes hard around. Lee steps up, takes the puck away, and then lost it back to SCHSHL, who steers it down the ice all the way on. Antico left a big rebound as well. Liam Coggins fighting for it, but neither does a great job keeping it away from him. Antico elected to play that one with his pad there and left a big rebound. Lee over the line, leaves it. Delmundo towards the goal. First test for Coggins. He scoops it up and holds on. Just over 6 minutes left here in the second period. Score's not changed since the final minute 10 of the first. On the goal from Giovanni DeMarco. Shot towards the front off the draw, taken back here. Steering it towards the blue line was Herman, but neither held it in for the moment. Then got a piece of the second clearing attempt, but not all of it. Goldberg right back in. And fired right back out. Here's Neidert. Drags and shoots. Missed the net. Goldberg follows it up by chipping it towards the net. Neidert boxes out Herman. Saved by Coggins. Pulis. Gave it away Moscati. All the way around. Neidert reaching for it. Holds it in. Takes a shot. Deflects down. And it is stopped by Coggins, who gets the whistle. Hit somebody in front. KPC dialing up the pressure here throughout the second period. First was pretty even. The second here, you'd probably give a slight edge to the Knights, but they have been unable to find the back of the net just yet. Face off right to Forcina. Goes cross ice. Tumulty, first one there. To the point. Held in. Point shot. Goes towards the net, but wide. And it's steered out here by Northport Huntington. Tumulty has a beat on it. Schinkel watching him. Great check. Takes the puck away. Steers it around. Forcina couldn't reach it. It's held in. Pass towards the front. Pinballs around. Here's Schinkel to Forcina, who touches it back out to center. Under 5 minutes left. Second period of play. Greach. That's a Tumulty, who feeds it out. Followed up here by the Tigers. Brought in by Sessa. Sessa to the circle. Sessa around the net. Swings it towards the front. Tumulty couldn't get it on goal. Defense swarming to the crease. Zarnecki gets it by Herman and back out to center where Sessa's waiting for it. Dangerous pass. Pelk just missed it. And now the puck taken back here, right back to Pelk. Flips it just wide of the net. Forcina in after it. Met by Sessa. Herman. Zarnecki turned around there, didn't see it. Now it's a foot race with Moscati, who stole it for a moment. Now finds it in their skates, tries to feed it down low. And Schinkel and the Knights collapse and take that puck away. Now we have an upcoming penalty on the neutral zone collision. So just one or two here. It is tripping, and it looks like only one to the box. So now with 3:32 left, the game's first power play goes to KPC. Here in the second period, it's Amelia Moscati for tripping, her second penalty of the game. And the Knights get on the board here, take advantage of this opportunity. Tigers win the faceoff and clear. Neidert gets on it. They'll bring it over the line. Looking for a shooting lane. Takes a shot. Glove save. Coggins. Evan Coggins picking up where Max Higbee left off. Higbee got the start tonight. Coggins also arrived about midway through the first period, both he and Liam. Liam a forward, where's number 5? Short-handed opportunity up the ice, thwarted by Neidert, brings it back in. Neidert, high slot, shoots, save Coggins, he's got it. No rebound. Just under 3 minutes left in the period, and the face-off is won by the Tigers, cleared all the way down. 1:10 left on the power play. Couple chances so far, both on the stick of number 91, who has the puck here. Brings it in. As Pulis going towards the goal is taken away, and the Tigers clear and start ahead shorthanded. Schlendorf cuts, still with it. Schlendorf, shot blocked. Neither got in the way of it. Doing it both offensively and defensively. He is a defenseman after all. Pulis with a chance. Breakaway opportunity. Settles. Saved by Coggins. Back towards the net it goes over. That's his second breakaway of the night. Neither towards the net. Save, rebound, fired wide. That was Broxmeyer. Sessa will just hammer it down the ice. It was slowed up by Schinkel, but out. 10 left on the penalty. Neither just going to wind one up inside the blue line. Blocked by Sessa. We have offside just before the shot. How about this chance for Owen Neidert? Or excuse me, Nick Pulis. Nicholas Pulis had a partial breakaway in the first. Had another one here. Staying with him, though, is Evan Coggins. Final seconds of this power play takeoff for the Knights, and we are back to even strength. Somehow unable to capitalize. It remains 1-0 with 80 seconds left here in the second. Now Scotty back onto the ice. Tumulty puts it in deep. Zarnecki will greet him there. Tumulty trying to get it to Moscati in front. It comes back to him. And he'll go up top with it. Slap shot. Didn't make it through. Weiss got a stick on it. Puck cleared back out. Rush up the ice for the Knights. Greesh knocked down by Pelk, who stays with it. Play on side. Followed up by Weiss. And skated out by Matarese. Checked off his stick. Final half minute here of the second. Zarnecki. Forcina taps it along for Pelk. He was being back-checked by Maloney. It comes back out to center, backhanded in with just 15 left in the frame. Giveaway. Pelk got a stick on it. Pelk towards the goal, blocked down, giveaway again. Final 10. Shot towards the net, doesn't make it through. Maloney to an open area of the ice. Zarnecki shot blocked by Matarese, and that will do it for the second period. No goals in the middle frame. A goaltender change, and Evan Coggins. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between him and Max Higbee. They've put up a 0 so far. 1-0 after 2. We'll be back for the third momentarily here on the LI Sports Network. And the third period is a go. On LI Sports Network, the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell. Only one goal so far in this developmental matchup between Kings Park Commack and Northport Huntington. It came in the final minute 10 of period number 1 from Giovanni DeMarco, one of the leaders here in developmental hockey in the early going in goals. Since then, both teams have had their chances, but it's been a goaltender duel between three goalies as Northport Huntington has used 2 so far. Evan Coggins remains between the pipes for the Tigers. And of course, down the other end is still Jack Antico. Max Higbee played the first half of the hockey game and was stellar. Up the boards to Mundo. Feeds it on. One-on-one rush up the ice. Rocco looking for help. Can't find any other white jerseys. Just takes it to the corner until more arrive. What a pass! But it hopped the stick of the intended target. Comes to the near side. Lead fighting for it. He holds it in. That was Brendan Brieg who was driving towards the net. Meanwhile, look out here. Tigers with potential numbers, but Neidert's going to win that race. Passes it, waiting for it, however, that time was Schlendorf. Schlendorf taken away to the point. Held in Herman. We'll just pass it back down to Nicholas Schlendorf. Down for Herman. Chips it towards the front. Comes out. Sessa settles. Shoots just wide. Big rebound. They score! Banked in. And Northport Huntington has a 2-goal lead. Shot goes wide, and guess who? Giovanni DeMarco, his second of the game. And in a game in which goals have been hard to come by for both sides. Still a lot of time left here in this third period. We'll see if Kings Park Commack can take advantage of that, because they've certainly had their chances. They've had the game's only power play as well late in the second. Had plenty of chances. Were unable to score, though. DeMarco from Schendorf. Pulis trying to respond. Pulis sweeps it on goal. Save Coggins. Big rebound. Goldberg back to Pulis. Tried to bank it in. Could not. Gets by him. Broxmeyer going after it. Getting to it first, though, will be the Tigers. And it's skated ahead by Nolan Bruckner. Taken back by Pulis. He overskated right at the blue line. Has time, though. Feeds across ice for Goldberg, who touches it in. Broxmeyer in the slotted. Hopped his stick. Bruckner takes it back. Feeds it on to a teammate. That's Liam Coggins. His shot blocked. And Zarnecki gets to it. Some room to skate. His pass, though, will hit a stick. Still makes it through the Pulis. Coggins intercepted that pass. It comes right back to Pulis, who brings it in. Gets around one. Gets around two. Ran out of an angle. And he's stopped by Evan Coggins. How about this effort? One deke. Two deke. Just ran out of room that time. Staying with him was Coggins. 11:59 left in the third period. And it's scooped up by Coggins right off the faceoff. This time a clean win for Pelk, but all the way back out to center. Neither. Off the linesman skates. Forcina moves it to Pelk. Weiss going to the goal. Pelk tried to give it to him. It was in his skates and just went behind him. Sessa. Maloney takes a hit from Neidert, who takes the puck away on goal. Coggins the save. Big rebound, poking at it. Couldn't find it. It shot right through the crease. Tough angle. And KPC couldn't capitalize. It's cleared out by Maloney. No icing. It's a foot race and a penalty upcoming here once again, I believe, on Northport Huntington. And it might be Amelia Moscati again was involved in that play. This is offside. And we get the call. That's the third penalty against number 89. I believe high sticking is the call. And another power play opportunity for the Knights. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone after the offside.
Let's go, KP!
But another golden opportunity, 0 for 1. Had their chances. DeMarco, meanwhile, he's had his chances. He's put 2 in the back of the net. Already at 9 goals on the season through almost 3 games. Schinkel back in his own end. Pulis starts ahead with it. Watched by Matheris, tries to feed it through, could not. DeMarco takes it. And to the point, it hopped the stick of Zarnecki. Sessa gets on it. And he'll just hammer that knuckle puck back out to center, and it settles nicely for Schlendorf. Schlendorf, short-handed, works his way through nearly all the way. It was eventually knocked off his stick. Rocco ahead for Zarnecki with Pulis in his skates, and it's offside, or at least a late offside, and eventually it hits Zarnecki, and we get the whistle. .53 left here on the penalty. This time, Kingsport Commack not really getting any chances thus far. Schinkel. Goldberg. Will poke it lower, try and get after it. Matheris finds it, couldn't get it to the point. Behind the net it goes. Broxmeyer, the first one to it. Awaiting the check. He left it behind, and it's skated back out here by Sessa. Short-handed again. Schinkel tries to cut him off. Sessa catches back up to it. Steers it off the apron. And Zarnecki on it again with just 15 left. Schinkel. Sessa beats him to it. Moves it to the blue line, then it's chipped out. And it's shipped ahead, and it's Liam Coggins on the short-handed breakaway. Scores! The Coggins have done it all tonight. Now it's Liam's turn. With 1 second left in the penalty, makes it 3-0. The takeaway as the penalty's expiring. High glove. And the Coggins brothers getting it done at both ends. Liam with the goal. Evan coming in halfway through the game, goaltending. Has shut the door so far, along with Max Higbee. Puck down, final second ticks off, and Moscati back onto the ice. Neidert back in, throws it wide of the net. And now that hill just getting steeper and steeper here for KPC, and here's Tumulty bringing it back in. Lee gets a stick on it. Tumulty centers, Moscati fanned on it. Still ended up on goal, knocked away by Antico. Two-on-two battle at the half wall. It comes free for the Knights. Here's Pelk. Left it to Forcinos. Poked off his stick. Neidert right back in. Neidert takes the shot. Scores! And KPC on the board. It's 3-1. Just got to throw pucks at the net. May have been deflected. Coggins doesn't see it. Beats him high blocker. They'll take it any way they can get it. And with 8:14 left, we have a hockey game here. Steered into the zone by Grish. Taken right back, fired wide. DeMarco, the stick lifted, ends up back on goal, where Antico will cover. And we'll see if the Tigers here, who have the offensive zone faceoff, can weather the impending storm. Backhand try towards the goal blocked. Schlendorf back on it. Lost the puck. Rocco. Off the skates of DeMundo. Griesch. Get off of Schlendorf and in. Zarnecki. Off the skate of DeMarco. Return to him. He's already got two, and he has a hat trick. Giovanni DeMarco, double digits on the season, makes it 4-1. Off his skate, right to Schlendorf, returns it to him. There's not much room up there. It looks like Antico got it with his mask, but it kind of just rolled down his shoulder. Just past the halfway point of the third period. 3-goal lead restored for the Tigers. What a start to the season for number 91. Pulis back in. Tries that tough angle try. It went high. Pulis tries to center it. Pinballs right into the crease where it's covered by Evan Coggins. What's in store next for these two teams? KPC, needing a comeback here tonight, will face East Islip on October the 13th, 6:40 p.m. puck drop. East Islip Black, that is, the team that Northport Huntington faced last. They beat them 7-1. KPC will hope for a similar result in that one. And for the Tigers, hoping to hold on for a victory, October 15th, 6 p.m. puck drop against Sachem, the Sachem Braves. Those games can be seen right here on the LI Sports Network. Here's Pulis back in. Just getting a piece with the stick was Coggins. Pulis gets his own rebound. Broxmeyer in tight. Stopped by Coggins. He gets the whistle. Full line change here. The Pelk line comes out for the Knights. And it comes right to him. And that one somehow, did it go? Yes, it did. It's rolled a goal, and KPC gets one back. Get another look at it right off the face-off. That, I believe, hit the back bar. And the officials are discussing it. Take another look if we can. It was the ref who dropped the puck right here who called the goal. And it looks like it will stand. So KPC gets one back right off that face-off. Tigers bench wanting an explanation, trying to plead their case. But with 6:36 left, it is indeed a two-goal game. So they cut the deficit in half and are hanging around here with 6.5 remaining. I really couldn't tell myself from the replay, but it looked like it may have caught the back bar. In the end, not my decision, and KPC will take it. After a long discussion, we play on for the two now. Neither. Maloney all over him. James Maloney taken away by the latest goal scorer, number 73. Alexander Pelk, his second of the year. Here's Lee. All for Cena skating in. He takes a big hit. Penalty upcoming once again against Northport Huntington here. And to the power play, once again go the Knights, down 2 with 5:57 left, boarding the call. And that will indeed be penalty number 4 tonight against Amelia Moscati. Safe to say she does not agree, but she'll have to hope for another kill from her team again. And this is a crucial juncture of the game. Almost feels like a have to have it. For KPC, still just under 6 minutes left. A little bit of a delay here. And they're going to put someone else in the box, I believe, to serve the penalty here. That will be William Graziosi, number 27. And Moscati now leaving the box and I believe leaving the ice. Likely the end of her night. Tough night for Amelia Moscati. She was battling throughout. She's caught some players in some bad spots along the boards. So that'll be it for her. So it is just a 2-minute penalty though. And it will be served once again by Graziosi. And a chance here for the Knights as we're set to go. The puck is down and the power play's underway. Zarnecki towards the net, turned back on, save Coggins, rebounds blocked again and swept away from the goal. That close to a 1-goal game. Meanwhile, DeMarco turning on the Jets. Catches up to it in the corner. Tries the short side, hit the outside of the goal. Good, strong, hard work here. Short-handed by Northport Huntington. Matarese loads up a shot that missed. Shot towards the goal, deflected. And Antico got a piece of it. Looking a little bit like a Northport Huntington power play. The Knights just trying to clear it themselves. Turn right back around by DeMarco. DeMarco gets back on it. Driven to the boards by Schinkel, and that's going to be a penalty call. So that looks like they'll do it for the power play. Moscati got boarding 2 minutes and a 10-minute misconduct. Also 4 penalties in 1 game. That's a game misconduct. Meanwhile, exactly halfway through the penalty, we'll play 4 aside. A lot more open room, though. On the ice, can either team take advantage? Especially Pulis taking the face-off here. Neidert out there behind him. 2 highly skilled players for this KPC team. Here they come. Neidert gets around Sessa. Neidert takes it wide. Being watched by Tumulty. Good defense. Lee. Watched by Tumulty. Takes it down low. Fights through a check. Keeps it moving. Steered towards the front. Goldberg sweeps it back around the boards. And it will be fed back out to neutral ice. Neidert, final 20 before a brief power play for Northport Huntington with a 2-goal lead, approaching 4 minutes remaining. Comes free to Pulis, brings it towards the middle. Touch back out to Lee. Lee with the shot, goes wide, big rebound. Pulis fanned on it. Trying to find it again. It's 1 minute power play now for Northport Huntington. Puck held in. Neidert steps in. Didn't get a hold on it. It was blocked by a diving Matarese as well. DeMarco Lifts the stick of Lee. Gets the puck. Takes the sharp angle try. And the shoulder save from Antico. Swept right through the slot. SCHSHL gets it. Back on goal, and he scores! A power play goal. 3-goal lead again for the Tigers late. Just throws it on goal. Caught Antico in a tough spot there. And with 3.5 left, the Tigers got to be feeling good about this one. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead because the Knights have come back and responded so far a couple times. Pelk trying to do it again. Knocked off his stick by Herman. Daniel SCHSHL, the defenseman, goal number 1 on the season, a big one. Shot off the outside of the net. Now Herman. DeMarco had Schlendorf ahead of the pack, couldn't get it to him. Schlendorf on for DeMarco, touched on to Herman. Herman sidesteps one, Broxmeyer caught up with him. Zarnecki back on it. Held in by Herman, goes towards the net, chopped away into the skate, fed back towards the front, they score again. And this time, it's Luke Herman. Puck bounced to him off the skate of Schlendorf, and he makes no mistake on the one-timer, and suddenly this 1-0 game entering the third period has found its stride of goals with a total of 7 in the final frame thus far. Still 2.5 left. Pass a bit too far for Forcina. Gets on it, centers it off of Coggins. And skated back out by the Tigers. Todrick moved Matarese, but he left the puck behind. Shot towards the net, deflected down by Zarnecki off the stick of McBrearty. Zarnecki ahead for Rocco. Jake Rocco in. Forcina to his right, drops it to him, and just hopped under his stick. Sweeps it right through the slot. No one home in the white uniform. And Coggins back out. McBrearty gets the red and chips it a little bit deeper. Gets by Forcina. Zarnecki. Won't get there first. 80 seconds left. Defender falls down. Zarnecki has some room here. Cuts back on goal. Coggins with the stop. One more for Evan Coggins. As the Tigers faithful, giving him a round of applause tonight. Stellar goaltending. As Max Higbee started the game, Coggins was not here yet. Neither of the Coggins were here yet. Higbee, who has played lights out so far, got the start, put up a shutout through the first half of the game. Evan Coggins comes in, gives up 2. But he is in line for the victory here with 1 minute left. Forcina trying to get one more. It stayed out, still loose. Shot doesn't make it through, and the rebound put wide. And we get another whistle. And one more penalty, a cross check against Leah Matarese throughout all this chaos. Mundo, I believe the shot got blocked. So power play here right at the end for the Knights. We'll run out of time as the puck gets hammered down by SCHSHL. put the capper on this one. Neither. Looking for one more for the road here before they play East Islip Black next week. DeMundo towards the front. Lee with 10. DeMundo shot, left pad save. One more for Coggins. Centering pass swept away. And one more try, save Coggins again, and that will do it. A tight game through 2 periods, and still a really tight game until the final few minutes, but the Tigers find a way as they put up 5 in period number 3 in a phenomenal goaltender duel throughout. Jack Antico for the Knights, great. On the other end as well, keeping this game close throughout just about all of it. But the 2 goalies for the Tigers, stellar. Another hat trick for Giovanni DeMarco, puts him at 10 goals through 3 games. More than triple the amount of goals than games played. And what a start it's been for him and his team as well. More hockey coming up next. Of course, JV action will take center stage next on the South Ring. Smithtown Hauppauge Blue versus Longwood. That'll do it for our coverage of this one. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Wally Mitchell on the camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, the Northport Huntington Tigers 6 and the Kings Park Commack Knights 2. You've been tuned in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network.